Every single time you walk into a Walmart, you are losing money without even realizing it. Walmart is a playground for people who understand the rules of the game, but it becomes a perfect trap for everyone else. In this video, you'll discover the 12 mistakes that are costing American shoppers hundreds of dollars every single month. I'll start with mistake number 12, because this one affects nearly every single person who shops at this store. You walk into Walmart, you glance at a price tag, you see the number, and you think you know how much you're paying. But there's a secret language hidden in plain sight. Every price ending tells you something very specific. A price that ends in 97 cents is almost always the regular, full price. This is the store's full margin and the worst possible deal for your wallet. A price that ends in a 5, however, often signifies a standard promotion or a rollback. It's better than the regular price, but it's still not the best you can do. A price ending in a 1 or a 0 often means it's on clearance or it's the end of a product line. This is where the real savings begin to kick in. And a price with an asterisk or another special symbol means the product is being discontinued. This is your absolute last chance to buy it, often at the lowest price you will ever see. But the most critical piece of information is found at the bottom of every price tag, printed in tiny numbers. This is the unit price, the price per ounce, the price per pound, the price per item. This single number is the only thing you should be comparing when you shop. Let me give you an example. A large 1-gallon jug of canola oil costs $8.97. A smaller 48-ounce bottle costs $4.45. The big jug looks like the better deal, doesn't it? But you have to check the unit price. The large jug costs 7 cents per ounce, while the smaller bottle costs over 9 cents per ounce. That's a difference of more than 2 cents for every single ounce. If you use 5 gallons of oil a year, you've just saved over $12 on one product alone. Now imagine multiplying that across your entire shopping cart. Moving on to mistake number 11. Walmart's weekly ad typically comes out every week, running from Friday through the following Thursday. Most people just toss it in the recycling bin or don't even bother to pick one up. You need to understand that this flyer is a treasure map for the next 7 days and people are just ignoring it. The promotions in the weekly ad change every few days. Monday might have different offers than Friday. Most people just buy things whenever they happen to be in the store. But savvy shoppers know to wait for the right day. Here's how the cycle typically works. From Friday to Sunday, the main promotions kick off. This is when you'll find the best selection with fully stocked shelves. Monday often brings new, unadvertised deals as fresh deliveries arrive. Wednesday and Thursday are the last days of the ad, and this creates 2 possible scenarios. Either the hot ticket items have already sold out, or the store starts marking down products to make space for the new inventory. Thursday evening is often a goldmine for fresh items like bread, dairy, and meat that have short expiration dates but come with huge discounts. The Walmart app actually shows you the upcoming promotions before they even start in the store. This allows you to plan your shopping days well in advance. My method is simple. On Thursday evening, I check the app and the online weekly ad. I make a list of the products I need. Next to each item, I write down the exact day that its promotion begins. Then I plan 2 shopping trips, one at the beginning of the ad cycle and one near the end. The result is that I buy almost exclusively items that are on sale. This saves me anywhere from 20 to 30% on my entire grocery bill. Mistake number 10 involves the Kroger app itself. You have the app installed, which is great, but if you're only using it to scan your loyalty card at checkout, you're tapping into maybe 10% of its potential. Listen closely because nobody talks about these features. First up, personalized digital coupons. The app tracks what you buy and gives you coupons specifically for those items, but you have to clip them before you shop. Just go into the coupon section and tap Clip All. The discounts are then applied automatically at the register. Second, the Fuel Points program. You earn points on your purchases that you can redeem for discounts on gas or even free items. Check the rewards section regularly to see what you can get for free. Third, your purchase history. The app remembers everything you've bought. Why does this matter? You can check how much an item cost last time. If that butter was $4.49 last month, and today it's $5.19, you know right away that now is not the time to stock up. Fourth, the product scanner. You can scan any barcode in the store, and instantly see if you have a digital coupon for that specific product. Here's a pro tip. Create your account and link your loyalty card a few days before a big shopping trip. The algorithm will start sending you coupons. The more you use the app, the better the coupons get. The system rewards loyalty, but be careful. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that just because you have a coupon, you have to buy something. A coupon is only valuable if you were already planning to buy that item anyway. Otherwise, you're just spending extra money. Mistake number 9 is all about when you shop for fresh items. What time do you usually go to Kroger? Your answer could be the difference between getting the freshest products and picking through yesterday's leftovers. Kroger has a specific schedule for deliveries and for restocking the shelves. The bakery puts out fresh bread and rolls around 7 to 8 in the morning, and again between 2 and 3 in the afternoon. You want a warm baguette? Be there at those times. Fresh fruits and vegetables are usually delivered in the morning. For the best selection, you want to be there between 8 and 10 a.m. Meat and deli items are also freshest in the morning. If you're shopping in the afternoon, be sure to check those expiration dates carefully. The dairy section is restocked in the morning, but products with closer expiration dates are always moved to the front of the shelf. Always reach to the back for the items with the longest shelf life. Now for the flip side. In the evening, especially right before closing, Kroger marks down items that are nearing their sell-by date. You'll see meat with a 30% off sticker, yogurt for 40% off, and pre-made salads for as much as 50% off. If you plan on using the product within a day or two, shopping in the evening is a goldmine. Saturday night is especially good because they're clearing out inventory to make room for Monday's big deliveries. Anything that won't last through the weekend gets a huge discount. My strategy is simple. Fresh items in the morning, discounted stuff at night. Never shop in the middle of the day when the shelves are half empty and the markdowns haven't started yet. Mistake number 8 is all about store brand products. The belief that store brands are lower quality is one of the biggest lies American consumers fall for. And the big brand name manufacturers spend millions of dollars to make sure you keep believing it. I'm going to tell you something the industry would rather keep quiet. Most of Walmart's store brand products come from the exact same factories as the big name brands. The only thing that changes is the label. The store brand milk comes from the same dairies that supply brands like Dean's. Their store brand chocolates are made by the same producers that also supply Hershey's. The store brand pasta comes from the same Italian factories that make premium brands. And their store brand cleaning supplies are made in the same plants that produce for international giants. The price difference? You're paying 30 to 50% less for a nearly identical product. Here's my breakdown. Definitely buy the store brand for basic dairy like milk, butter, and cream. Same goes for pantry staples like flour, sugar, rice, and pasta. Basic cleaning supplies, bottled water, and frozen vegetables are also no-brainers. Consider trying out the store brand deli meats because the quality can vary depending on the specific product line. Sometimes the name brand is better for specialty items like certain gluten-free products. The rule is simple. If the product is a basic commodity, flour is flour, milk is milk, buy the store brand. You're paying for the product itself, not for their multi-million-dollar advertising budget. Mistake number 7 happens because most people walk right past the clearance aisle without a second glance. Every Walmart has one. It's usually a collection of carts or racks at the end of the aisles, or sometimes a separate section near the entrance or exit. This is where the biggest bargains are hiding. The items that end up here include post-season seasonal goods, discontinued product lines, items with short expiration dates, warehouse overstock, and products with damaged packaging. The discounts range anywhere from 30 to 70% off. Here's my system for what to grab. Always pick up long shelf life items like canned goods. Cosmetics and cleaning supplies are usually a safe bet too. Grab seasonal products you know you'll use, like sunscreen in September that you can store away for next summer. Skip anything that expires in just a day or two, and avoid things you don't actually need, no matter how cheap they are. The best time to hit the clearance aisle? Monday morning, it's freshly restocked after the weekend rush. I personally found an SPF 50 sunscreen there for about $2 instead of the usual $7. This was back in March when the store was clearing out its leftover winter stock. I just stored it for the summer. a 70% savings for 30 seconds of paying attention. Mistake number 6 has to do with those multi-buy deals. You see a sign that says, buy 3 and pay $2.99 each. Your brain immediately thinks you have to buy 3 of them. Stop right there. This is one of the most effective marketing traps that Walmart uses. In many cases, you can actually buy just one item and still get that same unit price. Walmart doesn't always make this clear on the tag. The wording suggests you have to buy the full amount, but often it's just a clever suggestion. So how do you tell the difference? If the sign says per item when you buy a certain quantity, you should check the price at the register, because often that discount applies even if you only buy a single item. But if the sign says a set of products for a fixed price, you absolutely have to buy all of them. When in doubt, just ask an employee or do a quick price check at the self-checkout kiosk. Now here's the second part of that trap. These multi-buy promotions psychologically force you into buying way more than you actually need. You see a deal on 3 giant chocolate bars, and suddenly you're eating more chocolate than you planned. You grab 5 yogurts at once, and half of them might expire before you even get to them. The math on the sign makes it look like you're saving a fortune, but in reality, you're just spending more money. My golden rule is this: only buy promotional quantities of an item if you were already planning to buy that much over the next few weeks anyway. Mistake number 5 is assuming Walmart is always the cheapest game in town. The real answer is a complicated yes and no, and not knowing the difference could be costing you hundreds of dollars every single year. I analyzed the prices of 50 basic products across Walmart, Lidl, Target, and Kroger, and the results were genuinely surprising. Walmart absolutely dominates on its own store brand products, where it almost always has the lowest prices. Basic dairy items and fresh bakery goods also score very well there. But Lidl often beats Walmart on their private label beauty products, candy, and certain frozen foods. Target and Kroger, on the other hand, tend to win when it comes to large, economy-sized packages, special promotions on name brand products, and alcohol. So what does this all mean for you? Stop doing all your shopping in one place. You need to adopt a split shopping strategy. Buy your basic groceries and dairy at Walmart, grab cosmetics at Lidl during a sale, and do a big monthly stock-up run at Target or Kroger for bulk items. There are apps like Flip or Ibotta that can show you prices across different stores, or you can use a simpler method. Once a week, just look through the weekly flyers from all the major stores in your area and circle where each item on your list is cheapest. Then, plan your shopping trip based on that map instead of just going to the same old store out of habit. Mistake number 4 is doing your shopping during peak hours. Picture this: it's Saturday at 11 in the morning. The parking lot is a war zone. The checkout lines snake halfway through the store. Kids are screaming. Shopping carts are blocking every single aisle. Sound familiar? If this is your typical shopping scenario, you're losing more than just your patience. You're losing money too. When a store is that crowded and chaotic, your brain switches into survival mode. You stop carefully comparing prices and nutritional information. You just grab the first thing you see. You end up buying things you don't even need simply because, well, I'm already here. And guess what? Walmart knows this. During peak hours, they strategically add more impulse buy displays near the registers, roll out more free samples, and push more today-only flash sales designed to force you into making split-second decisions. The golden hours for shopping at Walmart are Tuesday or Wednesday between 9 and 11 in the morning. The aisles are empty, the shelves have just been restocked with fresh deliveries, and you can shop in peace. Thursday morning, right when the new weekly ad starts, is also great because all the sale items are fully stocked. Friday between 3 and 5 o'clock is another sweet spot right before the after-work rush hits. Definitely avoid Saturdays between 10 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. That's just total chaos. Also, stay away on Friday evenings when everyone is rushing to get their weekend shopping done, and Monday after work when everyone is shopping with their post-weekend frustration. Here's a little bonus for shopping during off-peak hours. The store employees actually have time to help you. You can ask when a sale is going to start, if they have any more stock in the back, or when the next truck delivery is scheduled. On a Saturday afternoon, they barely have enough time to even ring you up, let alone answer questions. Mistake number 3. Now I want to touch on something crucial about product quality. This ties directly into smart shopping, because cheap doesn't always mean you're getting a good value. I've broken down a few products that look like great deals on the surface, but are actually nutritionally bankrupt. This deli-style chicken breast sounds like a quality product. The name itself suggests premium sliced chicken. The reality? This product contains only 75% actual meat. The ingredients list is a cocktail of modified starches, stabilizers like sodium triphosphate and sodium citrate, flavor enhancers like monosodium glutamate, and preservatives like sodium nitrite. The salt content is 1.5 grams per 100 grams, which is almost 1/3 of your recommended daily intake. The protein is only 18 grams per 100 grams. For something labeled as premium chicken breast, that's a terrible value. Let's look at one of those generic canned luncheon meats, like Spam's cheaper cousin. It declares 68% pork content. But its energy value reaches 213 calories per 100 grams, with a whopping 16.4 grams of fat. That's more than double what you'd find in a quality slice of ham. The protein drops to just 12 grams per 100 grams, and only 8 of those grams are complete protein from the meat, as the rest comes from soy and other fillers. To top it off, the salt content is a staggering 1.9 grams per 100 grams. Smoked chicken franks are a true dietary nightmare. They contain only 55% meat, and it's mechanically separated meat at that, the lowest quality stuff made from processing leftovers. The ingredients list even includes chicken skins, which explains the 18.8 grams of fat per 100 grams of product. The calories clock in at 232 per 100 grams. Just 2 of these hot dogs can pack more calories than a decent balanced meal. And what's worse, these things often end up on kids' plates. If you care about your children's health, avoid these at all costs. This frozen gyro-style French bread pizza from a brand like Stouffer's is marketed as a quick, filling meal. It contains only 12% chicken and a measly 12% mozzarella cheese. The rest is almost entirely carbohydrates, clocking in at 36 grams per 100 grams from wheat flour and other cheap fillers. The protein barely hits 10 grams per 100 grams, and a portion of that isn't even from the meat or cheese. It's from soy and cornstarch. This canned beef stew from a brand like Dinty Moore looks just like homemade Hungarian goulash. The retro branding on the can suggests quality, maybe even an artisanal, old-fashioned recipe. But the label reveals it's only 28% pork. If the manufacturer skimped this much on the quantity of meat, the quality of that meat is probably suffering too. The fat content is 9 grams per 100 grams, while the protein plummets to a mere 6.4 grams. Modified cornstarch and various spices are just there to mask the shortcomings. Then there's this canned chicken spread from a brand like Armour. It contains only 18% mechanically separated chicken, while pork fat makes up another 17% of the ingredients. The calorie count hits 190 per 100 grams, with most of that energy coming straight from fat. The protein is a laughable 8.2 grams per 100 grams. And since the ingredients include soy and gluten, you're not even getting complete high-quality protein. Finally, these vegan cheese slices from BioLife are marketed as a healthy alternative to dairy. But here's the shocker. They have 0 protein content, literally 0. Traditional cheese is a valuable source of protein, so this is not an equivalent substitute. This product has 23 grams of fat per 100 grams, mostly from coconut oil, with a staggering 21 grams of that being saturated fatty acids. On top of that, it packs 285 calories for every 100 grams. Then you have something like a kid's yogurt cup with chocolate stars, which is basically a calorie bomb marketed directly to families. A single small container can hold 200 calories and nearly 18 grams of sugar. The saturated fat content hits 5.1 grams per 100 grams, which is actually more than its protein content of just 4.6 grams. Parents often grab these as a quick snack for their kids, but the nutritional profile tells a very different and much less healthy story. Or consider a flavored cultured milk drink with branding that suggests it's a wholesome, natural beverage. The marketing claims it's a healthy, diet-friendly drink, recommended for people watching what they eat. The reality? It contains almost 10 grams of sugar per 100 milliliters. Drinking a full quart of this delivers 100 grams of sugar straight into your system. That's the equivalent of eating roughly 2 full-size candy bars. It also has 72 calories per 100 milliliters. So the whole carton provides 720 calories, which is about 1/3 of the average adult's daily calorie requirement. Mistake number 2 brings me to something that most people either throw away or completely ignore: scratch-off tickets and loyalty promotions. This is that checkout secret I hinted at in the beginning. Most shoppers either toss the scratch-offs in the trash or don't even bother taking them from the cashier. They don't realize that free products are just sitting there, waiting to be claimed. Major supermarkets regularly run these loyalty programs, where you get scratch-off tickets with purchases over a certain amount. The prizes range from percentage discounts and free products to gift cards. And in the grand prize drawings, you can even win cars or vacations. Yet most people don't scratch the tickets or bother to redeem the prizes. That's a huge mistake. Even a small discount, like 10% off dairy products, is literally free money. The point collection programs work the same way. You collect stamps or stickers for shopping over a certain dollar amount, fill up a little booklet, and at the end you get a new pot, a set of knives, or an educational toy worth anywhere from $25 to $50. So how do you maximize this? Always ask for the scratch-offs and stickers at the register. Scratch them immediately so you don't forget, and make sure to use the coupons before they expire. For promotions involving stickers, it's smarter to do your shopping in fewer, larger trips, because the spending threshold to get a sticker is often somewhere between $10 and $25. And now the number one mistake, the one that is the foundation for all the previous errors, is ignoring the store's impulse zones. Walking into a big box grocery store without a list is like walking into a casino without a spending limit. And we all know who wins that game. Your local supermarket is not designed randomly. Every single inch of that store is meticulously planned to make you spend more money than you ever intended. 4 zones in particular are packed with the most effective traps. Zone 1 is the entrance. The very first things you see are seasonal products, huge wow promotions, and massive displays. Your brain hasn't fully switched into shopping mode yet, making you much more susceptible to impulse buys. The best strategy is to walk right past this area, or at least promise yourself you'll come back at the very end if you still want something. Zone 2 is the main central aisle. This is the superhighway of the store, and it's where the supermarket places all of its highest margin products. Stick to your list. Zone 3 is the end caps, the displays at the very end of the aisles. They are designed to look like amazing deals, but often they're just regular priced items with big flashy signs. Always double check the actual price tag to see if it's a genuine sale. And finally, Zone 4 is the checkout area. Those candy bars, gum, and cold drinks seem harmless. It's just $2 or $3, you think, but $2 times 52 weeks a year is over $100 annually. The strategy is simple. Walk in with a list and stick to it. Head straight for the aisles you need, then to the checkout. Or maybe just stare at your phone. Walking in without a list is a recipe for disaster. Your brain makes over 300 decisions during a single shopping trip, and every one of those decisions drains your mental energy. The more exhausted you get, the more impulsive your choices become. Stores like Walmart know this, and they design their layouts specifically to wear you down quickly. It's a carefully crafted maze of aisles filled with an overwhelming number of options designed to trigger decision fatigue. But when you walk in with a list, you walk in with a plan. You move with purpose from point to point, ignoring all the distracting noise around you. The result? You get out of the store faster, you spend less money, and you leave feeling mentally refreshed, not drained. My entire list-making system takes just 5 minutes on a Sunday. Step 1, I check my inventory. What's running low in the pantry or fridge? What do I need to restock? Step 2 is planning our meals for the week. What am I cooking, and what specific ingredients do I need to buy for those recipes? Step 3 involves checking the weekly ad in the store's app. Is anything on my list on sale? Is there a fantastic deal on something I use regularly that I can stock up on? Step 4 is organizing the list according to the store's layout. Dairy, meat, produce, dry goods, cleaning supplies.